right. Excuse me. Good morning, PTNI's Daily Show. Happy Thursday morning. Happy Leadership Thursday. Hope your new year is off to a good start. I'll be your host today, Alan, COO of ICE, faculty member in our fitness athlete division. I apologize for my voice, and I'm probably going to cough a lot. Got a little bit of a flu, getting over still, so I'll be clearing my throat a little bit, so sorry for the noise. Gut Check Thursday is going to be released in about 9 minutes. I thought it'd be cool to release it live, kick off the new year with a little bit of excitement. Gut Check Thursday is going to be 20 rounds of 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Some of you know that is a Tabata style workout. And that's going to be alternating rounds of air squats and burpees. So full details of that will be released, but that will be a fantastic way to get your heart rate going for about 10 minutes straight today or over this weekend. So don't forget to hit up Gut Check Thursday today. All of our courses are starting, all of our online courses are starting either this coming Monday or a week from Monday. So if you're looking to jump into any of our online coursework, jump in soon. I know the course that I teach with Mitch, Essential Foundations, Clinical Management of Fitness Athlete Essential Foundations, that course will probably sell out today or tomorrow. I think there are 3 spots left total. I know Older Adult Essential Foundations with Christina and Dustin, that is going to probably sell out too. That course is almost full. So if you're looking to jump into any online coursework this winter, this week or next week, make sure you go to ptnice.com and get signed up before those courses sell out. And then check out all of our live courses starting next weekend and pretty much every weekend after that across the country and Canada. So check those out as well. So what are we talking about today? Today is Leadership Thursday. We are talking about kind of my thoughts and experience after owning a clinic and specifically an insurance-based clinic for a year. So Mitch and myself started renovations and applying to insurance companies summer of 2018, and we started taking our first patient actually this day last year was my first patient, the day after New Year's Day, and kind of going from there ever since then. So what are some things I've learned? What are some thoughts after doing this for a year now? 3 different points. The first point I want to make is that this is still a viable model. We certainly have a course and are biased towards kind of out-of-network practice, but taking insurance is still a viable model, both from actually making money, but also being able to do it the right way, how we teach here at ICE, being able to give one-on-one care and being able to properly do an assessment and reassessment every visit and kind of track low dosage over time and kind of practice what we preach. I think it's much more difficult in this model based on payment. There's certainly the pressure to see more than one patient at once. That's definitely a thing, and I'll get into more on that in a second here, but still a viable model. Oftentimes what we see from other folks who push out-of-network and cash-based practice is that anybody that is a physical therapist who's taking insurance is some sort of demon person that is providing subpar care. And is not giving the best care possible. And we talk about that in our out-of-network course and in general here on Leadership Thursday, that's not a good way to conduct business, to kind of come out of the gates and badmouth all the other PTs in your community. That's a real quick way to get blacklisted. So keep that in mind. I still think this is a viable model. As with most things in business and in life, it kind of depends on your location. So folks often ask us, what made you all decide to take insurance at Health HQ? And the simple reason is that we are in the Detroit metro area. A lot of folks here still have really good insurance through Blue Cross, through the auto industry or some subsidiary of the auto industry. And so for us, for this location, it makes sense to take insurance based on our location. We're able to see a lot more people, offer our services to a lot more people than we could just taking cash. And so we are a hybrid clinic in network with some insurances, out of network with others. Taking some insurances but not others. So what we call a hybrid clinic, taking cash from those who are out of network. So that's why we went the route we did based on location. So I still think it's a viable model, but again, it's going to be based on your location. The same could be said for out of network. How do we know out of network is a viable model for you? It's probably going to depend more so on your location and your desired patient population than anything else. So keep that in mind. There's no one right answer as to if you're going to open up your own shop, take insurance or not. It's really going to depend on kind of where you live and the folks that you want to serve. My second point is it's been really kind of eye-opening looking at the financials behind a clinic, specifically an insurance-based clinic, seeing every day, getting these statements in the mail and by email, and looking and finding out what are we actually getting paid for our services, what has XYZ insurance company negotiated, and that sort of thing. And it can be a little bit insulting sometimes to see that we saw somebody for an hour and provided really good care, and their insurance company paid us $22, $40, something like that. And on the other end, somebody who has really, really, really great, top-notch Blue Cross insurance paid the full piper, and seeing that variance in what we get reimbursed has been kind of eye-opening. And that has made me pause a couple of times, more than a couple of times, and looked at those statements and thought, man, I could really see how a clinic owner, a clinic director could be pressuring their people to see more than one person an hour to make up the gaps in what reimbursement provides, but also to see people from some insurances and not others just based on what they reimburse, to try and not accept the insurance from the folks who are reimbursing poorly versus those who are. And you can really start to see why this is kind of such a fiasco as far as payment and reimbursement goes. Being able to see those statements every month and having access on the back end to all the financial data has been really, 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 really eye-opening. Looking at a Janet and seeing Janet's insurance pays $150 a visit, and Tom's pays $40, and thinking, man, I need to see a lot more Janets and a lot less Toms, or maybe even see 2 Janets an hour, or 3 Janets an hour, or 4 Janets an hour, and you can really start to see how easy it is to switch from viewing people as people with problems that we can help to just looking at folks as financial numbers, and how some clinics can and some clinics have gotten caught away with the financial aspect of providing healthcare versus providing the care itself. So that has been really, really eye-opening to me. I don't think you can get that experience and see, I guess I would call it temptation, see the temptation that's there until you're actually getting those letters and emails and seeing the actual numbers in front of you. I think it's hard to understand kind of the variance in payment and also how folks can get kind of carried away with that. My third point is things I've learned is that I would never have ever dreamed of doing this without a partner. Kudos to those folks who do this alone, especially those who open up an insurance-based clinic and do it alone, because it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do the back-end admin stuff and also see patients and do all the day-to-day stuff of clinic life that kind of gets taken for granted when you work for a bigger employer, of needing to do stuff like wash your own towels and clean your own bathrooms and all that sort of admin work and back-end work that falls to you as the clinic owner, the clinic operator, when you work for yourself, when you run your own shop. So I'm super, 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 super thankful to have excuse me, Mitch with me here, who maybe doesn't understand the back-end logistics, but is more than happy to clean the bathroom or take the trash out and pitch in and kind of take care of the clinic and make sure that the clinic looks nice every day and is ready for patients. And between the two of us, able to offer more than a full work week of clinic hours between the two of us, being able to offer something like 60 or 70 hours of patient care a week between the two of us, which would obviously not be possible or sustainable as a solo operator. That would certainly burn a single person out very, very quickly. So thankful to have Mitch here with me, and glad to have him ask me to come into business with him a little bit over a year ago. So just some initial thoughts here. I'm going to be doing a virtual ICE presentation on this in the spring, going into a lot more detail of kind of lessons learned and things not to do, things where you can become more efficient on that session, a little bit more detailed than we can get into here in 15 minutes. But those are my thoughts after doing this for a year. I do think insurance insurance-based clinics are still viable. I think you can still provide high-quality care in an insurance-based clinic, but it's going to depend on your location. I think you have to be careful with the financial stuff. I think you can get carried away very, very quickly. I think you can get tempted very, very quickly into maybe doing some less than ethical, less than moral things when you start to see those numbers in front of you. And if you let yourself start to view people as numbers instead of folks to help. And then definitely recommend doing it with a partner, whether that partner is maybe your spouse or a family member, or it is another practitioner. Being able to have somebody to share the burden of owning and operating a clinic certainly does help. Speaking of virtual ICE, I'm going to open that up later today. That will be open for 1 week, and then we'll close it down for the next 3 months. So if you're looking to jump into virtual ICE, your chance is coming this afternoon. $29 a month, 24 CEUs, weekly sessions with the ICE faculty talking about a variety of topics, including owning and operating your own clinic. So check that out. Check out all of our coursework. Don't forget to check out Gut Check Thursday and hit that up as well. That'll be posting, I think I scheduled it to post at 8:45, so it should be out there already with all the details. So have fun with that one. Other than that, that's all I got for you. Have a great weekend. I will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.